morning, LDub, and welcome back to KANG News. My name is Lizzie Densmore.
And I'm Artem Melnick. Happy October! We have officially been online learning for 1 month and 1 day. We know this adjustment has been difficult for both students and teachers, which is why we are introducing a new segment, Perspectives on Remote Learning, with Jessica Lang.
This week, Jessica sat down with Miss Yan and Miss Hulet to hear what remote learning has looked like for them. Let's take a look.
With the stigma around racism and discrimination these past couple months, do you think that there will be a shift in how we do education in the US and even at LDUB?
So I have hopes and dreams about this. For reference, I'm on the racial equity team here at LDUB, and we have a lot of goals this year. We are all basically broken up into individual action teams, and I'm on a couple of those. The hope is that your teachers and your admin have enough power within the district, within the school, to affect meaningful and long-lasting change. You may have noticed that in a lot of my classes, all the science team have implemented different grading practices. Almost all of us did a book called Grading for Equity over the summer, and we did other book clubs over the summer because we really value the fact that we have this chance to do change. Yeah. Nothing's going to be the way it was last year, so why stick to inequitable grading practices too? So we've implemented those changes, and we foresee that we will continue to make those changes over the following years. The district is moving towards standards-based grading. We've received communications about that. In terms of the curriculum and in terms of individual teachers, I can't speak for all of my peers. Yeah. I hope that people will take that time, and it takes time to inform yourself about these changes that are required for equity. So that is my hope, that people will take the individual time needed, and our district will hear the need for equity and make those changes. Some of the changes needed are bigger than just our district, and I hope that the people who are out there and have that authority are listening. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll see changes, meaningful changes.
What does academic support mean to you, and how does that fit into the idea of diversity and equity here at LDUB?
Academic support to me means that students have access to resources when they are learning and they need help. I think, in the classroom in a brick and mortar school, we can provide those so much more easily. But in this remote learning, it can be a big challenge. So I think that we're trying to use asynchronous learning time, and we're trying to post things as creatively as we can. I'd be curious to know how your experience with academic support is going, and if you feel like you can need it. But you mentioned something very important, which is equity. And I think that there are massive challenges here, because for students who have parents who are able to support them with their time, with technology, they get a lot more home support than some other students whose parents are trying to work, especially younger kids. You guys are in high school, so you're a little more independent, but I have a son who's a junior at Eastlake, and he has questions and he needs things explained, and I try to help him. So I think there's a really disequitable situation, and all of the technology and the space to learn and all of that. So again, I hope we are continuing to ask hard questions at the level of the teacher, the department, the school, the district, how we can identify ways to get that academic support. School is it's not a one size fits all, that. Yeah. But in remote learning, it's kind of forcing us into one channel, and that's a very uncomfortable, undoable channel for some people. So we cannot rest. We must work hard to identify what we have. And you know what, Jess, I hope that this learning goes beyond when we return from remote learning and we're back in the classroom. go science, get a vaccine. We have to realize that these inequities are there, and just because we come back, they don't disappear.
Yeah.
So we have to think of things like workload, and some students having jobs, and some students needing to support their family, and what are we asking students to do, and how much of a burden, and which of our students are able to very easily do 4 hours of homework a night, and which ones aren't. And so I think there's a lot of equity in how we grade, and equity in our resources and things that we're considering and we're thinking about. So in a weird way, I hope that better responses to the whole idea of academic support and resources come from this difficult time.
Thank you so much to Miss Hulet and Miss Yen for opening up with us, and a big thank you to Jessica for shedding some light on the experiences of our community. If you are interested in sharing your experience with us, please email Jessica at s-jlang@lwsd.org.
There is so much going on in everybody's life that you never find out just through a class on Teams. I know I am certainly looking forward to a time when we can all go back to class in person and cameras won't be necessary.
That's right, but for now we just have to make the most of our time learning online. For example, next week is Virtual Spirit Week. It's a perfect time to show your school spirit by dressing up for your Teams meeting.
Monday will be Jersey Day, so show up to your class repping your favorite sports teams. Tuesday will be Pet Day, so bring your pets to class. If you don't have a pet, that's okay, because you can snuggle up with your favorite stuffed animal instead.
Wednesday will be Tropical Day, so pull out your bucket hats, Hawaiian shirts, and sunglasses. Bring that beach energy right into your Teams meeting. Thursday is Meme Day. Pick out your favorite school-appropriate memes and recreate them as best you can. Throw back to your favorite finds, or keep it fresh with your favorite TikToks.
Last but certainly not least, we have a Purple and White Friday to support our KANGs. Seniors, now is the time to show off your overalls and coveralls. We want to see them. And of course, don't forget to share your spirit by using the hashtag Purple Friday and by sending in your pictures to @LWHS Always Rising on Instagram.
All right, to wrap up this week's broadcast, we want to remind you that it's not too late to answer our KANG Q. Tell us what your favorite cartoon character is. We want to know.
You can send your submissions to us through Instagram DMs, or you can email at us at lwkangnews@gmail.com. We'd love you to tell us in a short video, but if you would prefer to just type in your answer, that's perfectly fine. That is it for KANG News this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Artem Melnick.
And I'm Lizzie Densmore. Have a great weekend, LW.